Welcome to Bourbon Blondes. I'm Amber.
And I'm Lori.
And today we are going to make an awesome recipe for you.
Yes, in honor of National Mac and Cheese Day, which is July 14th, we are going to make a bourbon mac and cheese recipe for you today.
So we got this great recipe for you off the internet on breadboozandbacon.com, and we will also be sharing the link for you below.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to candy some bacon.
First step is to set your oven to 400 degrees and then line a cookie sheet with tin foil.
Then we're going to spray this cookie sheet with some nonstick spray before we put our bacon on it.
In the recipe on the Bread, Booze, and Bacon website, they call for Jack Daniels. But today, we are going to use Clyde May's bourbon. The reason why we chose this is it has notes of brown sugar, which is great for candied bacon.
Yep, we're going to be using that.
It also has nutmeg, strawberries, and apricots.
Okay.
So we're going to start with a half a cup. Simmering, I am going to get our brown sugar and our cayenne mixed together on a plate. So we have 1 cup of brown sugar. So I'm going to put that first. Remember, this is where we're going to be dipping in our bacon, so I'm going to kind of spread it around here on the plate. And then 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm just flattening it out and getting all the chunks broke up and getting the cayenne mixed in there really well. And then smoothing it out on the plate.
So now that our bourbon has reduced, I'm going to pour this in this shallow bowl / plate so we can dip our bacon into it. So it's going to be a little process. You take your bacon, you dip it into the bourbon, you press it into the brown sugar and cayenne mixture, and then you lay them out on your tray. Our bacon is all coated in this gooey goodness. We're gonna put it in the oven, which is already preheated, and we're going to let that cook for 7 minutes, and then we're going to flip it over and cook it for another 5 minutes. But very important, do not walk away from this. Keep an eye on your bacon. If it starts to look like it's burning, take it out because you don't want to ruin this batch.
While your bacon is in the oven, this is a great time to get your water boiling for your noodles. we're gonna put in our noodles. So we have 16 ounces of whatever type of noodles you like. So we prefer the elbow macaroni. We're just gonna pour it into our boiling water.
Going to make the sauce for our mac and cheese. Over medium heat, we are going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter.
And also we want to make sure it's unsalted.
Yes, unsalted butter. Thank you. You don't want your heat up too high. You don't want to burn your butter. You just want to get it melted. Almost there. Now I'm going to whisk in my flour.
And how many tablespoons, or is that half?
This is a 1/3 cup of flour. This is gonna make a really tight roux. So it's kind of a little chunky when you first get started. But once you add your bourbon to it, that's gonna loosen it up and get it into a sauce. We just wanna cook that flour just a little bit first with the butter. I'm gonna add bourbon. This is 1 tablespoon of bourbon. All right, it loosened it up a little bit, but not a whole lot. It's still kind of chunky. Once we add our milk, that's really gonna make it saucy. You wanna keep whisking. That's gonna help avoid too many lumps in your sauce. Constant whisking. All right, I think now we're supposed to mix in our cheese.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 cups of sharp cheddar. As I make a big mess. And we've got 4 slices of provolone. Keep stirring so nothing burns on the bottom of the pan. A teaspoon of paprika to our cheese sauce. Once it's melted, mix that in. That is looking super gooey. That's gonna be delicious. Give that a good mix. Oh, look at that. All you cheese lovers out there, that's as good as it gets, right? Now we're gonna pour this over our noodles. So much cheese. I'm starving. I cannot wait to try this mac and cheese with bourbon, no less. Mmm.
Wow, that's really good.
The sweetness of the candied bacon against the saltiness of the cheese is such a great pair. I've never heard of a bourbon mac and cheese recipe before, but this was somebody's brilliant idea. I'm loving it.
And I do get a hint of bourbon, just a slight, like you have to really use your taste buds like to look for it. But
Yeah, it's not in your
it's
face.
not over, no, not
Mhm.
at all. Kids could eat it and they'd have no idea.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kudos to the recipe inventors of this one. Again, their link will be in our description. So try this out at home. See what you think. I'm thinking of all the different ways I could use just the candied bacon part of this.
Definitely.
That'd be so good in so many different ways.
And happy National Mac and Cheese Day.
Yes! Enjoy some mac and cheese with somebody you love. I want to say cheers, but that's kind of weird with mac and cheese. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel. And remember, a woman always knows her limits.
But she also knows she has none. So Lori and I decided to try the Clyde maize that we used in our mac and cheese recipe just on its own as a sipper.
And lo and behold, it's delicious.
So not only is it great for cooking, but it's great for an after dinner drink or with your mac and cheese.
Yes, who knew mac and cheese and bourbon pair so well together? But around here in Michigan, this is easy to find. It's cost effective, only about $40 a bottle, and it tastes great.
And it's only 90 proof, so it's not super strong. You don't get that burn. It's nice and smooth.
Right.
I get a lot of flavor of apricots, some nutmeg, and brown sugar, which is great with that bacon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is a new one for me. I've never tried this before, but this is going to be one of my new favorites for kind of an everyday sipper. When you don't want to go too high proof and you don't want to spend a ton of money, this is a great one to have on hand.
Cheers.
Good choice. Cheers.